Hi, I'm Mike Yuhaniak, and as promised, this is a video companion to the newsletter sent out the other day. Basically, simple ways to prevent hamstring pulls and hip flexor strains. And what I'm going to do today, I want to just explain briefly what causes that problem, and then we'll go over the two basic approaches we outlined to the more comprehensive approach for performance or those who've been injured a lot, or just the basic approach, okay? And so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to explain kind of what's going on, okay? Now, the way I like to explain is make a little analogy, okay? The three main players in this analogy are going to be the glutes or your buttocks, the hamstrings, and the adductors here on your inner thigh, okay? Now, much like a team in an office, when they're working well together, there's great synergy, projects get done on time, or in the case of your body, you move well, you feel good, your performance is great. You know, you run well, you lift well, whatever your joy is, okay? Now, like in an office, a lot of times one man's not picking up his slack, okay? You know, the buttocks, in this case the glutes, they're not doing their job. So the hamstrings and the adductors, they have to do the work, do both their work and the buttocks work. And they'll do it for a little while, you know, just like in an office, you know, there's a big deadline, it's the end of the year. They'll do their job, they won't complain too much, and they'll do the buttocks job. But after a while they just say, oh, forget this, I'm not doing that anymore, okay? So that's essentially what happens here, except in your body, you know, they compensate for a while, but when they're done with that, you either strain a muscle, you get a sprain in one of your joints, or you tear something, worst case scenario. So that's the whole point today. We want to prevent that from happening. So what we're going to do now, we'll go over some simple things to get all of them working in harmony, create that efficiency that we like, okay? So I'm going to have my colleague, Mike McNiff, come over here, and he's going to help, I'm going to coach him through some of these movements, okay? And then I'll show some of them. So first thing, this is what we call the basic package. Lie down for me, Mike. We're going to first start off with the cook hip lift. So Mike's got both his knees bent. He brings his right knee to his chest, grab it with your hands. And he's trying to eliminate all space here. I shouldn't be able to get my hand in, okay? And what he's going to do is he's going to drive through his left heel and lift himself up. Don't hold your breath. And he's going to hold for a count of 5. Bring it down, Mike. That's good. Now remember, step 1A is definitely breathing. I didn't write that in there, but you should know that by now. So let's lift up again, do another demo. It's really clenching the butt. If your hamstring cramps up, it tells us it's already overworked. We need to really get moving on this maneuver. Come back down. Let's switch legs just so you get a slightly different angle. Okay, so see here, it's locked in here. It doesn't come off his chest the whole time. Okay, come on up. It stays locked in. It's a very small range of motion there. Okay, this is called the cook hip lift. He's going to do 3 reps on each side. That's good. 5-second hold at the top. Come on down, Mike. Let's flip on your right side. We're going to have a flashback to the Suzanne Summers, button thigh master era here. So you have both knees bent. This is called the side lying plank. He's on his side. And the target here, we're going to try and do the glute medius. The last exercise, we're going to do the big knee bar of the butt, the glute max. In this case, we're trying to get the one that works, one of the main hip abductors. Okay. So what he does, he's got his top knee slightly over top of his bottom knee. His back is going to be flat. I'm going to put my leg here just to make sure. And we'll show you the other angle in a second so you can get it. And he's totally in alignment. He's got a straight spine. And what he does, he keeps his feet together. He's slowly going to open up just like a climb. Hence the name. Come on down. Back up. He's going to do about 8 repetitions, and somewhere in the 8 to 10, sometimes 15 if you're tough range. You really start to get burning right about here where my finger is. Yeah? Feel okay, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's flip over so they can see the other side. Okay, knees are bent, top knee slightly on top, and he's going to open up here. He's got a nice neutral spine again. Okay, he's back down. Good. That's excellent. Now, if you were to do this improperly, like most people, he'd open up way too much, and as you can see, his back starts to move. He opens his whole hip complex up. He basically just wants to open up right here, very small, not compensating with all these other bigger muscles, okay? That's good, Mike. Thank you. Come on up. What we're going to do here, we're going to do the rectus femoris stretch. He's going to put his right foot on the bench. So come forward a little more. Now, same things apply here. This, we're going to try and loosen up one of the hip flexors, the rectus femoris, because it's overworked and it's tight. Okay, so bring your groin forward a little more. So you feel a good pull through here. Right through here, he's getting a nice pull. Now, if you really want to see him squirm, you clench your buttocks. Okay? Okay, now don't hold your breath. He's doing great. He's going to hold this for 15 seconds. Going to take advantage of a principle called reciprocal inhibition. Relax. We're going to do one more. The reciprocal inhibition basically says come forward and clench again. That if he contracts this buttock, because it's opposed by the hip here, the hip has to relax. or else he'll just tear in half, and we wouldn't want to see that. Well, actually I kind of would, but that's beside the point. Let's come on up, looking good. Now what we're next going to do is we're going to do a drill from, I'm certified in Z Health as an I and R phase practitioner right now. It's basically a system that deals with movement efficiency and making your body work optimally. So I like to throw in a drill from the R phase of Z Health. In this case, you're going to do a hip pendulum. So he's going to lift his leg up to 90 degrees, keeps a nice tall spine, and he's just going to go back and forth with this leg, loosening up this joint in here. Okay? Good, nice control. He's not holding his breath, as many of you will do. What I've termed, the clenched jaw revolution, doing way too much tension for simple things. Okay, good. Let's switch legs, just do a couple there. In this case, we're just going to try and create a nice loose motion here. As is the case with most people who are pretty strong, Mike's a damn strong guy, he's very tight when he comes externally here. He actually tries to hike his hips up. Make sure your belt line stays perfectly level, okay? Excellent, thanks Mike. That's pretty much all there is to the basic package. It doesn't take that long, 5 minutes or so, and you can do that every day. You have no excuse.